Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is a back workout. I wanted to give you guys a solid back workout that any level of training can do. You just obviously adjust the weight. So there's the workout up on the screen. Screenshot if you would like. All these are going to be simple, basic movements, but we're going to do supersets so that way we can get through the workout, and this is going to be focused on strength and endurance training at the same time. Now for the warm-up, I like to do wide, standard, and closed grip pull-ups. Now you guys can do these on an assisted machine or with a resistance band if you are a beginner, but eventually you do want to try to start practicing them yourselves, or do one by yourself if you can, and then go over to the assisted machine to do the rest of them. Some days I do 4 of each like you see here. Some days I'm having a bad day and I do like 2 or 3 and then I have a spotter, or some days I can do up to like 5, 6, or 7. So every day is different, but I just do it to get my back nice and warmed up. Now going into our first superset, this is incline closed grip pull downs, and we will be supersetting this with single arm bent over dumbbell rows. Now, since we're doing 4 sets, 10 reps for everything, we're going to be targeting our strength and our endurance in this workout. So you guys need to be choosing a weight where you can control 10 reps of it, but it is challenging. And obviously, as you progress through the sets, it's going to only get more and more challenging because the weight should already be somewhat difficult to start out with. Then what you're immediately going to do when you get into the supersetted exercise is you're going to half the weight. So that first exercise, that was 60 pounds I was using, and now this dumbbell is 30 pounds. So by doing the drop set, what we're able to do is that drop set weight is already going to be even more challenging because we're exhausted from the first exercise, but it's still a difficult weight to do and to handle. But since we're only doing 10 reps of it, you're able to control a little bit more weight than you would if we were doing like 15 to 20 reps of dumbbell bent over rows. I hope this isn't too confusing for you guys, but basically what you're doing is that you're able to use a heavier weight since we're doing smaller reps, but since we are compacting the exercises and doing supersets, it technically overall is a higher rep workout, which is going to tap into endurance training. So we're able to work on our endurance training while we're building some strength as well and working on our strength. There are many different ways you can do strength endurance training and what work for different people, but this is personally what I prefer to do and what I find works best for myself. So I always suggest trying out a bunch of different ways and finding what works best for you. Now getting into this second superset, I'm sure you're no stranger to the wide grip lat pull downs. Now here I am doing 90 pounds, and then I'm going to go over to the bent over barbell rows and do 45 pounds. That's a 25-pound bar and then 2 10-pound plates. Obviously, I'm just telling you guys the weight I'm using as an example. Do not use the weight I'm using if you have not been lifting before or that's not a weight you can control. These are all weights that I personally am doing, and I'm just using to give you guys an example so you guys get what is going on. And the last superset is going to be seated wide grip back rows. So you just want to go ahead and add the wide grip attachment if it's not already on your seated back row machine. And then obviously you're going to hold onto the sides on the handlebars like you see, and you're going to pull it back towards, I go right underneath my chest. That's personally where I feel it the most. And make sure as you're coming back, you're squeezing your back. That should be for all back exercises. And then I've explained this before, but I like to do a slight lean forward or a slight pull forward to get full extension and full range of motion in my back. That is how I feel the burn and the pull the most and see the best results. So make sure that you're getting full range of motion when working out your back and squeezing as well. And the supersetted exercise is going to be single arm kneeling lat pull down. So you're going to do 10 on each side. And as you guys have seen throughout this whole entire workout, 3 supersets may not seem like a lot, but when you are stacking workouts and doing a higher rep range overall, but a smaller rep range with heavier weight, you are able to work on your strength while building some endurance up for lifting heavier weight. And at the same time, we're able to do some isolated movements with the single arm movements. We're able to do different angles like the incline and the decline. We're able to target all different parts of our back and all different sorts of muscles to make sure that we're getting in a nice solid workout. And that is all you really need to be doing to get a nice build in your back. back, especially when you're starting out. And of course, still had to target that lower back. Now, yesterday I did do deadlifts, which is a major when it comes to your lower back. So I decided to stick to something nice and simple that everybody can do. You just want to lay on the floor on your stomach, keep your lower body as stationary as possible, keep your spine neutral, hands behind your neck, and go ahead and lift up to where your chest is off the mat and then go back down. Really hope you guys enjoyed the workout. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.